Well, the Boston bombings have made headlines around the world, and broadcasters are fighting to be the first with breaking news. Well, yesterday, American broadcaster CNN suffered a public shaming after mistakenly reporting a suspect in the case had been arrested. And with the advent of social media sites, the mistake spread quickly, globally trending on Twitter within minutes. Well, joining us now is Kevin Poulter. He's a lawyer and social media commentator. Mr. Poulter, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. Was this a monumental cock-up, or was just another mistake in the breaking world of news amplified by social media?
I think it's not unusual. Whether it's a mistake or not, who knows? But the problem nowadays is with breaking news, the rush to be first. Everybody wants to get involved in this. The public are getting involved, and the journalists are taking the lead from the public rather than the other way around. So it's quite new. We're still getting used to it, but it's happening across the board.
Yes, the whole idea of breaking news is that everybody has got to be first. Is it because news is a commodity now? And so therefore, if you're first with the news, therefore you're first in your field? I
think that's true for journalists, but it's also true for members of the public. Everybody wants to be the first person on Twitter to say that this is the story, I've got it, I'm the first person, I'm going to be the one that gets the 10,000 retweets. And I think that's a real problem, and people are taking stories from Twitter, stories from Facebook as being fact, and not checking them for accuracy, and not verifying them. So that's the problem.
So for the big news organizations that are noted globally for being deliverers of news, I mean, is it infinitely more damaging for them when this sort of mistake is made, given the proliferation of social media?
I think it depends on the mistake, and I suppose there's also the fact that it's 24-hour news, that a mistake is often very quickly forgotten. The recent example, of course, is the BBC. This was a mistake, I hope, where Margaret Thatcher was announced as being dead as a result of a strike. It caused some laughs, perhaps, at the time, unfortunately, but it was a mistake, and it came back on the BBC, and it possibly will keep coming back to them. That was probably a typo, but where there's more sort of accuracy in terms of news reporting, slightly different story.
But it's not good enough just to be never wrong for long, is it?
It is not, and people's confidence in certain organisations might be affected by it. Everyone makes mistakes, and I think that's fair to say. And in the rush to be there first, mistakes possibly will be made more often. It's the immediacy, it's the instant gratification, if you like, of the news, and getting out there first. But once it's out there, it of course can't be taken back.
OK, well, thanks very much indeed for joining us.